It's a beautiful day. It's kind of warm, but it's beautiful. And I'm just having my morning coffee on this beautiful, beautiful sunny, bright sunny morning. So good. I'm enjoying the heat. So my friend Bob and I, we're going to go to Sprouts. We're going to Sprouts to do grocery shopping because we're going to end up at a campground pretty soon, within the next couple of days. So we're going to get our groceries for that. And even though I just did a grocery haul and got a lot of veggies just the day before yesterday, you know what happens? I eat them. I eat very large quantities of all those vegetables. So it's time to replenish some more. And I'm going to do some cooking this afternoon. And I'm hoping to get the camera on and share the journey through my food prep of other veggies. Just showing you how when you want it, you make it happen. Hello. So we're doing some errands today. Today's an errand kind of day. So I'm waiting in the car while Barb's buying a camping chair. And we're preparing for our camping trip. And we just got all our groceries at Sprouts. And when I get back to my van and I'm putting things away, I'll do a grocery haul video. I got some really good things. And I'm going to be very, very well stocked. And I'm going to do some prep cooking this afternoon. So I'm going to pull out that pressure cooker again. I'm going to pull out the butane stove. And I'm going to get cranking this afternoon on preparing some really healthy things to have them all available to me. My cooler is packed. And it's running, well, when I say it's running efficiently, my cooler doesn't run. It's just a cooler. But I'm just saying that it's packed with the ice packs, and it is keeping everything nice and cold. And the more things that are in it, the more efficient it remains cool. When there's a lot of empty space, they cool down a little bit more, you know? So, yeah, so it's all working out lovely. Hi. So I'm back from Sprouts and I'm ready to put my groceries away. I'm going to show you what I got today. I got all kinds of good things. I bought strawberries and I got some bok choy. Look at how cute those are. How cute are those? They're beautiful. I got 3 of them and I will put those in my little pan. I will use my butane stove in that pan and I will braise those, and I'll show you that at some point. Here's some more bags for my trash, my little trash bin here to use for trash bags. I have pasture raised eggs. There was an amazing video that I watched that really explained eggs, the production of eggs and the quality and nutrition of eggs. And I'm going to put it in text right on this screen because I can't remember the name of the holistic doctor whose channel it is, but I love him. And I can't remember the name of the video that he did on eggs. I suggest that you watch it and learn more about eggs and the quality and what they are providing for you, according to what it says on this label and what they all mean. What does cage-free mean? What does pasture-raised mean? So you just make your own decision on what kind of eggs you want to buy. But this is, after watching his video, these are the ones that I decided to always go with, and that's just me. I also got a couple of pears, and I got some more green onions. How beautiful these are. They're just so gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I got a butternut squash because that will last a nice long time under my bed. So we're going to be going camping in a couple of days. We're leaving, I think, Monday morning, and we'll be going for about a week. So I wanted to get as replenished as I could, and even though it looks like I've overbought for one person, I just eat a lot of food. So these I got, these are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at these. Look at these little. These are called delicata squash. These are delish. So I got 4 of those. So I got all kinds of squashes, so that they won't be perishable. So I will use all my perishable things first, and then when it gets to be like Tuesday, Wednesday next week, I'll have all these squashes to refer to. I also got these little baby yellow potatoes. I like the yellow. The red ones are good, but the yellow golden ones, they're just so creamy and delish. Oh, well, didn't I get another bag of my sweet potatoes that I love? Now, at this store, Sprouts, they didn't call these Japanese sweet potatoes. They called them red sweet potatoes. So I looked at them. They look just like, let me tell you what you do. You do the scratch test. So when you see this kind of reddish brown skin, if you just give it a little teeny scratch and you see that it's white, it's the ones I'm talking about. Some people call them yams, some people call them sweet potatoes, some people call them Japanese, some people call them red. Anyway, I'm all set with sweet potatoes, and those are not. I got mini cucumbers. I love the mini cucumbers. Whenever I see those, I get those first. If they don't have those, then I get the bigger ones. I also got a few avocados, nice big fat ones. They're good. Look at how big, look at how huge those are. And I'll eat a whole one in a salad because it's just what I do. And then at the bulk bins, I found some quinoa. And I don't often buy quinoa because I love, for my grains, I usually do basmati rice and sweet potatoes. And I just use those 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, in small portions, and I usually pick between those 2. And then once in a while I throw a different one in, and this is quinoa, and I just got that for something different. And now I'm going to put everything away, so I'm also ready to make lunch. So I'm going to take these 2 containers out with things I made yesterday. So this is those all those carrots and squash and Brussels sprouts that I made in the pressure cooker the other day. I'm going to finish those up for lunch. I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to put my bok choy right here, and I'm going to put my cucumbers right here. I'll put those right in here. I'll put my eggs, I'll stand them right up like this in the back, right between the ice. Everything is nice and chilly in here. I'll put my berries in here. I think that's it. Everything else goes under the bed. So how cool is that? Coolio. Cool as a jewel. Cool as a jewel. I also bought some napkins. I go through a lot of these. I would love to just use rags. Like back home, I have a rag system where I don't buy paper towels, I don't buy napkins, and I have all little squares of cloth of things cut up, old t-shirts and old towels cut up, and I use them to wipe the counters. I use them to dry a dish. I use them to, clean off something. But in the van, I can't be generating that kind of dirty laundry. It just wouldn't be sensible. So I always have napkins, and sometimes I need 1 or 2 to clean some dishes, or 3, and it's just what I need to do. So I keep a stash by the door here, I keep a stash on the door there, and I keep a stash right here beside the bed. Oh, look, oh, right here in this little, so I need to replenish these. And then I just keep the extra right here in my little cleaning bin. It holds a bunch of them there. So I'll replenish all my little, stock all my little baskets, and I'll be good to go. Hello again. I'm ready for another food cooking session. So I'm really grateful for these doors because I can push this button right here and they open even wider. So how cool is that? And then I'm going to pull out my this board, That's under my bed. I have a little handle right here. I just hold the mattress, pull out. I can pull it. It's as long as the bed, so I can go as long as I need to. Then I need the leg, which is right here. And then I need to get the right length. That's it, right there, baby. Now I'm going to get these pillows out of my way, and I'd like to just put them right on the side like that, and like that, and that opens this space up for me. And then, right here is where I keep my pressure cooker. And I'm going to get busy with this. And again, these strainers don't seem to be of use to me as of lately. So I just went down the other end with this extension cord, and I plugged it into my Blue Eddy, and I'm plugging this right in here to power this up. And then I like to kind of just hide the wires. They're messy looking. I realized when I was just about to start taping this video, I thought, you know something? I think the last time I was cooking on this table for a video, I had this dress on. So I went back to look to see if it was true, and I was like, oh, I had the same dress on, so perhaps I should change. So I thought, you know, I really don't think I'm here for a fashion show, okay? So I had the wonderful opportunity to do laundry yesterday, and I'm so grateful. So as soon as I have clean laundry, I usually go right for this dress because it feels like I have jammies on. And I said, I ain't gonna change my clothes. So all right, so I have my boot tray that I love because it allows me to go down here, get some food out from under the bed, go over here, get it from the fridge, and then bring it all down the end, turn it around, and it's like I have an extension of this table, but I still have this space. So I'm gonna go hop in. I'm gonna choose some things that I'm gonna cook today. So when I tell you I have absolutely no idea what I am going to choose to cook, I don't have an itinerary when I turn the camera on. Whatever happens, happens. So I'm gonna open this first drawer right here. I think I'm gonna grab a couple of these sweet potatoes, because you know me and my sweet potatoes. Maybe I'll do 4 of them because they're kind of small. Sometimes I get big, huge ones and I can only do 1 in the pressure cooker, but I think I'm going to do 4 today and just have them on hand. I'm going to save the squashes for a while. Let's see what I have in here that I want to cook. Ooh, look at this packed fridge. I love it. I'm going to do the kale. I'm going to do the kale with the green onions that I love. Here's some more green onions. I think I'm going to do, let's see, I have a zucchini. I'm going to do that zucchini and maybe some yellow squash and some more zucchini. I think I'm going to do the broccoli. I have 2 bags of broccoli that I bought the other day. Everything, all the ice in here is nice and icy cold. It's all good to go. Niceness. So that's that. So I think I'm going to make sweet potatoes, squashes, kale, broccoli. Yeah, that's what I'm going to make. So I need my containers. Here's one right here. And then I have some right here. I have a, this one here will be like a mid-size one I could grab. And I have one here from lunch. It's dirty and I have to wash it. All right, so that container is all nice and clean. I have my pressure cooker, and I'm also going to take out my propane, my butane stove. It's a wonderful little stove. Cheap. It's only like 20 bucks or 25 bucks or something. And it works wonderful. Flip this over. And I have this screen that is a game changer, because when you put this around, it blocks the wind, and even if it doesn't feel like there's wind, it seems to make it run more efficient. Here's that new pan I bought the other day. I love this. Nothing sticks to it. It's nice and shallow. I like that it's shallow. I don't have a cover for it though, but I've been improvising with my breakfast dish. I just go like this over whatever I'm cooking if I needed to have, you know, a better heat thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this going first, because that makes the most sense to me. So I have this spray bottle that's just water. Some of them I clean with, and it has alcohol in water, and this one just has water. So these can be kind of dirty, these sweet potatoes. So I give them a spray, and then I wipe them down. Whoops. Take off the little stickers. You know, it's a beautiful, beautiful day today. And, you know, I'm a tourist in Florida right now. You'd think I'd be out doing all kinds of fun things. But you know what I'm doing? I'm doing what I consider fun. I just enjoy, it feels like a very creative process, where I just create things, and I'm always making decisions on what time things need and how my meals are balanced. And taking good care of myself is not a burden. It's not a burden. Like, what would I rather be doing than handling all this beautiful produce that nourishes me really well? And it's a beautiful day. I'm outside. I'm standing up. I'm got out of bed today. Got another day on this good earth. And here I am. So here's my little cutting board. This is the extent of my cutting board on the road. Just this little itty bitty thing. But I never leave home without my favorite knife. Got to have my favorite knife. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in half. Put at the bottom. You just want everything to be around the same size. Now I'm noticing that this last one looks a little bit bigger than those other three, so I'm going to do this into thirds. And the way I would do that is I'd take the small end and I'd cut it right about here, and then I'd take the fatter end and do it like this, and that's how I get 3 pieces around the same size. So can't forget my water, so I'm going to take this out and put the water in, always about a cup. And I use the Berkey water because the water is in the food. The water's in the food. So make sure it's good clean water. Whatever water you would drink, in my opinion, no, whatever water I drink is the same water I cook in. You can cook in any water you want. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. So what I do sweet potatoes on are 7 and 9. 7 minutes under pressure, 9 minutes natural release. So I'm not going to just turn it right off after the first timing, because like I would with broccoli, because this takes a lot longer. Pressure cooker, timer, blocking the sun just so I can see the numbers, and I'm going to look for 7. Now 7, and it will start by itself going. Here you go. So in 7 minutes, that will beep once. Nope, excuse me. When this reaches pressure, it will beep once. The 7-minute timer will start. After 7 minutes, it will beep 3 times. And then, as far as the natural release, it will start counting up from 1 to whatever. But it doesn't, you can't time the natural release. So what I do, because I will forget, I grab my iPad and I'm like, hey Siri, timer 9 minutes. And then in 9 minutes, that timer goes off. I'll look at this. This will say 9, and then I open up the steam. So that's going to be a while. So I'm going to put that right there. And then I think I'm going to make these squashes next. And I'm going to make those So I got to think about what pan, how much this pan is going to hold. I don't know that it's going to hold all of these, so that's okay. I'll just make a few of them. I'm going to say 3. I'll make 3, and I'll save those other 2 for another cooking session. So there's my 3. Those 2 are going back in the fridge. I'll put them together so it will be more efficient in the space. And then this will go right in my trash. And let's see here. So I'll just use this little bowl for now to put the pieces in. And I just want everything to be about the same size. I don't like to cut them in circles because they don't take up space efficiently in there. I like to cut them in half and then cut them into half circles. And just try to make them all about the same size. Now this one here I would cut right there and then do this one in half, but that end needs to be done differently because it's a little chubbier. So I'm going to do probably thirds again. So I'll do it like that and then like that. I'm going to get my favorite spice. We all know what that is. Smoked paprika! This will be so good with like some chicken on the side, some rice or sweet potato. It's like just put a balanced meal together. And if you always have the veg all cooked, then you cook. I like to assemble meals. I don't do recipes. I just don't make recipes because I don't need to figure out how to make this so special, like that it has a recipe with like 15 things. It's good. It's just good like this. So adding like, you know, one thing and then like salt and pepper, to me that's like enough. And then I like to assemble a meal, so I don't make recipes. Some of you have said, you know, I'd love to see some of your recipes. This is it. My recipe is cook this, cook this, cook this, cook this, put them all away, assemble meals as I go along. And I always make sure I have a protein, I have a grain / carb, I have veg, which is the majority of the meal, and oil. And I have it figured out how much I need to maintain my weight. So in order for me to reach my smoked paprika and my spray oil, I need to kneel down right here. I need to reach in and hope that my dress isn't up. That would be very nice if my dress isn't up. Yay! Okay, so here is my, I'll try to do this as best I can. So I'm going to put this on high for now while it's heating. I have my, this is sunflower oil, organic sunflower oil. I'm going to spray this, even though this is so non-stick. Just want to give it a little bit of oil, a tiny bit. Not an oil serving, but as to serve as a non-stick agent. Here's my water. Here's my smoked paprika. I have it in these little BPA-free little spice jars that I bought because I buy this by the bag, like 1 pound bags. So I just keep filling this up with a 1 pound bag. So as soon as it starts feeling a little warm, which is really quick with these stoves, especially with this thing. Oh, sizzle, baby, sizzle. There we go. And I'm going to put this on like this. It's all you need, baby. All you need is love and a little smoked paprika. So if I had a cover, that would be amazing, but I don't. And guess what I'll do? I'll figure it out another time. I'm figuring everything out as I go along here on this trip. But I'll just go like that, and that will just capture some of it. Oh, I'm going to capture all of it. I can just scoop them all in under there. How about that? Look, they're all under there. So that's going to... Oh, we beeped. That means my 7 minutes started. So now what I'm going to do, since this is going to be hot, it doesn't have a handle because it's not a real cover. You know what I love about the smoked paprika? It gives things such a beautiful color. It almost looks like barbecue. You know, look at that. Look at how beautiful that looks. So what I've noticed is that my sizzle stopped, and I know why. It's because I ran out of butane. So I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to open this up. This is how easy it is. You just take this out. Yep, it's empty. Put that in the trash. Grab this new one. Take off the cover. And then you just line it up. You just put it in like that and line it up. Easy peasy. Close it. Lock it. Now we're back in business. That's how easy it is to change out the butane. Love the butane stove. So this has 3 minutes left, and after 3 minutes, I'm going to get my my timer for 9 minutes, a 9-minute slow release for the sweet potatoes. Okay, here we go again. Going to lift you up. You know, I don't want these to be so cooked that they're like mush. I don't like that. So I'm going to just, I think I'm going to stop cooking them covered. All right. Now I think I'm going to do, just for efficiency purposes, if I have these two things out, the pressure cooker and the stove, and I have 4 things I'm cooking, sweet potatoes, broccoli, zucchini squashes, broccoli, and kale, I think I'll do 2 things in here and 2 things in here. Even though I could do everything in here if I wanted. I could do everything in here if I wanted. I've made sweet potatoes in this pan. You can do that too. So I think I'm going to do the broccoli in here, and I'm going to do the kale in here. That's what I'm going to do. So now I'm looking at this and I'm saying, you are done and you are beautiful. So I'm going to turn off my stove for now because I don't want to... Oh, there's my 1, 2, 3. That means it's been running for 7 minutes. Now I want 9 minutes slow release. Hey Siri, set timer for 9 minutes.
9 minutes starting now.
Doesn't it look like it just came off the grill? Well, it kind of did. A grill pan, but it's very, that smoked paprika just gives everything a beautiful color and a beautiful flavor. So that's going in here to cool off, right over here. And I'm going to get my napkins and my spray. And I'm just going to very simply wipe this out like this. When you have a pan that's really, really good, it just wipes off. Nice. Look at that. Look at how nice that wipes off. This time I'm going to steam. I'm going to steam in this. Speaking of that, also on this pressure cooker, I have options. Pressure cook, saute, warm, steam, slow cook. So I can use this as a crock pot. I can saute this. It won't, like if you hit saute and you try to put the cover on, it will say you can't put the lid on because it's going to bring that bottom to such a high temperature. And I've made like scrambled eggs in it. It's a non-stick pan, really, if you want to use this instead of this. You can warm things, you can steam things. So I could put broccoli and pick steam, and I could use it as a crock pot if I wanted to. But it seems like I've used saute and I've used pressure cooker, and that's just about it, really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my broccoli, and I kind of want everything like around the same size. I just don't want like a pile of big things and then a bunch of little things. So anything that's like unusually big, I'll just cut in half. So that they'll cook in the same timing. See, here's some little ones. Here's a big one. That one I'm going to cut in thirds. Okay, we're going to heat you up. There we go. You know, these two items can be a little bit intimidating. We can tend to be afraid that this is going to explode, and we can tend to think that this is going to light on fire because it's a fire. But in my experience with using these, it's been 100% safe, and I think it's really about just trying them and gaining a confidence. You might be comparing this to like the pressure cookers that I think about. The pressure cooker my mom had when we were kids, and she was cooking something, and there was some kind of greens she was cooking in it, and the thing had that big metal thing at the top that was going boop, 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 boop. And one day the whole thing exploded, and there was greens, like I don't know whether it was spinach or what, all over the place. It was all stuck to the ceiling. It was on every cabinet. It just exploded in the kitchen. And but that was then, and this is now. That was then, and this is now. So I'm going to grab some water because I'd like to do kind of a steam. I want to do a steam for this. So here's some water. And I'm going to keep adding water to this so that I'm always steaming. This is going to evaporate quick, and then I'm just going to add to it. Just getting some Berkey water for this. And I'm going to just put that on like that. And I'm seeing that my Berkey is running a little slow. So I'm going to add a bag of water for more filtered water. Berkey filter takes no power. It's just gravity fed. It just drops down and goes through a filtering system that for me works marvelous. And then I'll fill these up. I usually have 3 that are all filled up, and then I fill them up again when they're empty. Whenever I have an opportunity. In van life, you need to be an opportunist. If you have the chance to take a shower, take it. If you have the chance to plug in, plug in. If you have the chance to fill up your bags of water from someone's hose, fill up the water. If you have the opportunity to use a toilet, use it. So I'm just going to pick this up, and some of these from the outside I'll put in the middle. The ones that are not under this little makeshift cover. You know, you just make do. You just make do. It's, you know, having a cover right now, you would think, wow, why don't I have a cover? I don't know, I just don't. Did I forget it, or did I say, oh, I might not need it, and then you do need it, and so then you go to a store to buy one, and then you go in there, you forget what you're going to buy, then you don't buy one, and then you don't have one the next time you cook. So what? So what? You have to be so flexible in this lifestyle. You have to be really flexible and just not try to figure everything out, you know? Oh, there's my timer. Here's my timer. So it's been on natural release. Now I'm going to manual release, which see this is not much because it's been naturally releasing for 9 minutes. So it still has some pressure to release, but very little. But after the first beep, when it's at the peak pressure, and if I had the broccoli in there, I would be turning it right off, and it would be, pew, it would be spraying up, and it's just the way that the pressure cookers work. Okay, you know something? This is looking good. Because I like it to still be green, green, green. I'm going to turn it off. Oh, look at how beautiful that looks. Oh, it looks so beautiful. All right, this is ready for the cover to come off. And thank you to somebody on my channel that told me that, oh, I think it's like this. Oh, God bless you, whoever the commenter was that told me that I didn't need to find a place to put this anywhere, that it hooks on here. So I forgot about it until just now, and I thought, how does this work? Look at that. You learn something new every gosh darn rootin' tootin' day. That's what I say. So now let me see if these are soft. Oh, they are. They're perfect. Now, do I ever open this up and they're not soft? Yeah. It's kind of like a bummer when that happens. It's a bummer. But you just either put the cover back on and just try to let some residual heat finish it. I don't know. You live and learn, you know? Now what I love to do is I love to take each one out, and then I just give it a pinch. See the pinch? And the skin just comes right off like this. Look at that. See that? That beats peeling potatoes. Ow. See how it just comes right off? Now I could let them sit in the skins and get cold, and then every time I eat them, I would skin it, but when they get cold, they don't come off as easy. Why don't I eat the skin? Well, regular white potatoes, I think the skin is wonderful. The skin on sweet potatoes is it's a little rough. It's a little rough and undelicious. So I do not enjoy that, so I peel them. But if you like the peels, I don't know, they just seem to be very rough, and they interfere with my experience, the experience that I enjoy with a perfectly cooked sweet potato. Ow. Look at how gorgeous those are. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And here we have it, folks. Sweet potatoes for Lulu for probably 3 days. Unless I share, because I do share some foods with my friend Barb. So that's going to go over here to cool off. Look at how beautiful that looks. Delicious sweet potato. Okay, so here's the broccoli, perfectly steamed. That will go over here to cool off. And now for the kale. So, as I've said before, the kale, you know, if you have a large pressure cooker or Instapot or whatever, if you have a large one, then you could probably fit this whole bag in. I can fit half in. So I fill it about halfway, like this. Pick up all the pieces that fall. Then I like to cut some green onions. Let me just get rid of the yucky parts and the bottoms. And I just cut. I just feel like when you put these on a cutting board and you start to slice them, they roll everywhere. So yeah, I'm all done. I'm all set with that. So this one, these kitchen shears are my best friend. So I make a little layer of onion, then I put another layer of this on top, and that usually brings it right to the top. So I'm going to be doing this in 2 batches. So all of this and another couple of green onions. Those were from last shopping, but these are from this shopping. I'm going to get 2 of these out for this. Put those back in the fridge. So here's the second batch. I like getting the kale that's all chopped up, triple washed, ready to use. just makes life easy. Although I do grow some in my garden, and you know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to plant, weed, harvest, wash it, cut it up, pick it over. A lot of work, but there's something very gratifying about it. So what I did was I moved the broccoli and the zucchini summer squashes together in the same container to condense, and then the kale will fill this whole thing, and then I've got the sweet potatoes in this thing. Okay, it's reached steam. I'm going to cancel and release. Okay, it's done. I'm going to turn it up, and then I'm going to use my new handy dandy trick and put it on the side like that. I love it. And I'm going to pick up all this. Look at this gorgeous kale. So if I let it go another minute, it would probably just not be quite as bright green. And who doesn't love bright green greens? You don't want to cook them until they're gray. Well, I don't anyway. Sometimes people like things veggies cooked really, really well. I don't. Some people like veggies like really al dente. I don't. There's just an in-between that works really well for me. And there you have it. Gorgeous steamed kale with green onions. And everything I have, I pushed it all the way down so it's in the shade. So it's not out here on the sun, so that they'll cool off within an hour or so. They'll be cool enough, and I'll put them in my cooler, and I'll be enjoying this batch of veg. If there's a favorite veggie that you have that you're curious on how I would cook it, just let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you'd like to see me cook. People have already been giving me ideas like how do you cook your paprika chicken, and I'll do that when I'm ready to make it, and which will be maybe in the next few days. Somebody asked me how I cook my rice. I haven't done that yet on film, but I will. If there's any kind of veg, whether it's anything that I can cook here, I can cook in the pan. So if you're a van lifer traveler and you have a propane or a butane stove and you don't have the power source to run one of these, and there's anything that I cook in here that you'd like to see how it's done in a pan, just ask me and I'll put it on my list. Okay? And so bye for now.